Welcome to episode 255 of the Blathering Live. I'm Ken Napzok here for another edition of the program. That's me. And I used to be talking to myself, but now I'm talking to all of you. I'm happy you're all here, even on a tough week. We'll get into that. I don't even know how. I have nothing planned on how, why, or what. All those words, but we'll talk about including news that's been about 90 minutes old. Of two more people shot by U.S. federal agents in Portland. And then, of course, the tragedy in Minnesota, St. Paul, Minnesota. The death and most likely, not a legal expert, but most likely what will be found as some sort of murder of Renee Nicole Good. That is on my mind, so it's absolutely going to be something we're going to talk about. We don't want to run away from that stuff, but we do want to also pace our brains and souls and minds, and that'll be what we accomplish hopefully here tonight. Later in the show, we're going to talk about some mysterious stuff up top because I want to. But towards the bottom of the hour, this was planned before all this. My buddy and your pal, Josh Macuga, and maybe some other folks jumping on the airwaves tonight. Bottom of the hour, we'll get in here. We'll talk a little football, NFL playoffs. My football team made a surprising, but not surprising, coaching change. I have some thoughts on that. And also, I want to take your calls right here with Josh. It should be a lot of fun. I think we could. I'm always worried about the technical aspects of this goddamn StreamYard. So we'll try to make it happen. I want you all to be able to interact with Mr. Josh Macuga. I probably should have set up a three-way call. A three-way call is probably maybe I'll figure it out. I don't know. So we'll figure this out. We'll figure this out. It's always a little tech thing. That's why producer Steve's here, even though well, no, you do. You have admin access. Maybe we can build a scene in the background, Steve. Do you know how to build scenes on StreamYard?
Maybe. I can sure try, Ken. How's it going? It's Thursday. I wasn't going to say happy Thursday, but it's Thursday. Thanks as always for having me here. Yeah, we'll see if we can fly by wires and build the plane while we're flying it and see if something happens, right?
Yeah, I'm just I'll be honest. I sat down to the studio about 10 minutes before air, and I have to address up top. This is not serious compared to the serious news we might be discussing here. But if you look at my face and you watch Monday's show, you're like, "Hey, jackass, we gave you money to shave your beard into a comical mustache. What gives?" And I'll tell you what. No, one, I had this writing project that is literally, it's like due tomorrow, and I've been working on it till like 4:45. So day was a little weird. But also, I might want to address today some of the stuff going on in the news. And Steve, I just didn't want to be talking about heinous acts when I looked like someone who would commit heinous acts. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you don't need like an AI algorithm to like be face morphing you onto the guy who did it just because the beard it would look a little too close. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially like the color green you're wearing and everything. It's a little blendy. We don't need that. It's a
windbreaker. But I might do it tomorrow. I promise. So I think and you guys pay for it. So I am going to probably do that tomorrow or tonight and on any time. Even though we'll be talking serious things on any time. Haven't thought about that. And Force Center. Maybe I could. I don't know. But this is the week. I have to shave the beard this weekend, Steve. It has to be this weekend because I'm gone.
Okay.
And I'm not taking the comedy stages with a clean face because I look like an idiot. So I'll look like an idiot. We'll figure it out.
All right, we have to. Oh, I was gonna say. I mean, maybe I'll just do a game stream on Saturday. I'll shave just this for you, and then I'll get rid of it after the game stream. I'll take one for the team.
No. We'll do it. We'll do it. Hey, if you're watching, like the video, thank you all for a robust live comment section. Appreciate that. Your super chats in the past have been great. Don't worry about them today. In fact, if you'd like to donate to any charity or cause related to some of the horrors in the news this week, do that. So, yeah, to get into a little bit, we'll be talking about the stuff in Minnesota. And I got to, Stephen, I don't even know how to refer to it anymore, tragedy, murder's appropriate, but murder's also kind of a legal term that I also don't want to get into right now on a live stream. You know, like it's just like I don't know what to say anymore because we all don't know what to say anymore because none of this was surprising. What's going on tonight in Portland? Not surprising. And I think a lot of us are getting overwhelmed with the predictability of the shit cycle and the tragedies of the news and what's out there in the world. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense?
It makes a lot of sense. I think a lot of people's reactions when they heard the news was, oh, it happened. It
Yes.
finally happened. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Which is not to take away from all the other horrible thoughts that come along with it, right? That kind of goes without saying. But the idea that we were just waiting for the inevitability, and now we have this horrible, awful precedent, and you see more aggression today. You know, when the federal government comes out and says that these guys are all but immune to do whatever they want to us, how do you not argue that that's going to make them feel emboldened?
Yeah. And I have not, like, I'll be honest, one of the reasons I had a lot of writing to do today was I couldn't really work yesterday. I was watching every second of this cycle. And I'll be honest with you, as tragic it is, I probably watched that video 50, 60 times, several of the videos, actually. I have a certain background in which I'll be the first to tell you, hey, I've taught use of force. I've been involved in uses of force. I've never had a gun on my hip, but I train and work with cops. Like I've been in this world. I've been in that world. And I looked at that and it just was like, there's nothing, but you know, they're going to try to, and they did. And trying to have this sympathy and just sadness for this mother and wife and dog owner who was concerned about her community, concerned about what's going on, did what we all keep saying we all should do, get involved, get active, out there watching, which is their right. I know that's their right too. Back when cell phones started to have cameras on, there were many incidents in which, and I've talked about some of them here on the show, where and me and my officers were in the middle of effecting arrests, and people started filming us, and it's upsetting, and it you know, it raises the adrenaline and the potential for violence and interference, and a lot of times, and I will say it now, a lot of times people are filming things they don't understand. And I went to my bosses, and one of my bosses was a retired police chief from the state of Illinois, a smaller agency, but a long career. And I said, why can't we stop these people from filming us? And he says, you can't. The only thing you can really do to stop them is to do your job right and to train your officers and your employees to do their jobs right. And if we're not doing anything, even though it might look a little rough to them, if we're not doing anything wrong and we're following policy training and we're doing things right, then we don't have a problem. And that changed how I looked at the reality. And this woman, Renee Nicole Good, was out there doing what we want all of us to do, get involved. And to watch that happen and to watch it be escalated, I don't want to break it. I could break it down frame by frame of what they did wrong before they even reached their gun. And there's been a lot of TikTok videos. Hi, I'm a former FBI director, and here's what they did wrong. There's a lot of that. That's why I don't want to I just don't want to regurgitate what's already out there. I just have my own experiences. But I'm trying to process all that and trying to find, it comes down to what we do. And Steve, I think that's where we're all feeling frustration is what can be done. Because this is, it has literally less than 24 hours, maybe a little more, 24 hours later, happened again. Just right now, we don't have deaths associated with it, but 2 more people shot. We don't know. I do not know all the information. I'll be honest. I have the story. I'm trying to refresh it. And it's just going to keep going. I don't know what to do with that. I don't know what to talk about. I don't even know how to talk about it.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the hardest things about this is that we don't have a competent administration to look to provide guidance or say that they're going to have a plan to make things better because they're the ones causing the issues and the terror to begin with, right? So when you look at a lot of toothless Democratic leadership, when you look at the inability for federal agencies to work with local agencies, the way that they're shielding these guys, not letting thorough investigations happen as quickly as they need to when something like this happened. It took Derek Chauvin 4 days, I think, to be arrested after he murdered George Floyd.
That's about right. Yeah.
So if this dude isn't like whisked away, if this dude isn't in like Guam by now, I'd be shocked. But
yes,
hell if I know.
Yes, his name is what? Jonathan Ross.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yep, I saw. I reposted something today about they put his identity out there, and it is
a 10-year, from what I understand, a 10-year vet of the department of the agency. So it isn't one of those they're just grabbing people off of YouTube and put them into quick training, which is happening, which is why this is another concern. But it's someone who I wouldn't say know better, like a tisk should write him up. I'm just like, this is also part of a systemic problem that I worked alongside with, that I was a part of. I don't. Yeah, it takes hours to to go through it, but I've seen this stuff, right? I know that's why I know the feeling. I know when the guys got out of the truck, which weren't the shooter, by the way. He passed because she waved him on, so she waved on her eventual killer because he drives on. The other truck stops and they get out pissed off. They get out tough, angry, and scared. And one of the things I really do believe is a lot of these guys are just fucking scared. And I don't mean that like little wimpy way. They're just overwhelmed. Because they know in their hearts. They know in their hearts what this community feels about them. And so the only way through that fear, I think, sometimes is dominance, power, and violence. And I've been in those situations too. I've also been in the situations where in your heart you feel you're doing it right. And I think that's one of the things, and I don't know how to talk about it yet, Steve. Maybe you could even help me through it because it's something I want to talk about anytime. If I do it, talk about it with Pat over in Culture, Faith, and Politics, is that we are still, and I want to talk about the dumb fucks, Kristi Noem, JD Vance, Jesse Waters, any of those absolute buckets of bleep. But at the kitchen tables everywhere, there's still the conversation of well, why was she interfering? Well, what we're trying to round up criminals and illegals, and we still have that mindset, and we can't untangle that. And I think that's kind of where I want to have the conversations and the arguments and the debates, because that's the divide still for me. If this makes any sense, I don't know if it makes sense.
No, it does. It also depends on who you are, right? I think a lot of different people in this country, being as wide ranging as it is, are going to have different experiences talking about this around their kitchen table. You know what I mean? Right. Like you and me sitting at a bar are honestly going to experience this differently than Kingsport Cal is sitting around his dinner table talking about this, right? Yes. Just because of the different lived experience that we inherently grew up with, right? And at no fault of any of our own, but just what we lived, right? Whether that's race, socioeconomic, religion, whatever. And so I think you have to give a little bit of leeway in that regard as to how broad people's opinions are on this kind of thing. That's why I hate being on Blue Sky and these kinds of things and social media in general, because you look around and it's just everything is everybody's fault and nothing can be done to stop this. Nothing is good enough. The world is just burning, right? And while that partially is true, we can't go after the people that are at least trying to make change happen, or at least trying to make action. Like I've seen multiple congressmen today talk about, moving forward things to impeach Noem and to take action against ICE as far as the agency goes, helping Minnesota out as far as getting them to cease operations until an investigation happens, stuff like that, right? Is it toothless a lot of times? Maybe, but you have to have those actions happen in order to at least say you're doing something, so that when elections happen or when some other precedent-setting thing happens, you can say, I was the person who took action, because those are the people that we need. Those are the people we need in government to at least try to listen to us, right? Mm-hmm. A lot of people made a huge deal about the mayor last night saying, ICE needs to get the fuck out of Minnesota, right? Yeah, and so I loved seeing that, not just because, he said fuck, he's one of us, but because Donald Trump won an election that way twice. Yes, Let's be very clear, okay? Yes. That was a huge reason why he won an election, because a huge portion of his base says he tells it like it is. He talks like we do. He understands us, right? And while he's a con man and they got, there is something to the people that we elect speaking truth to power, truth to our emotions, and having that dude in the ring saying that pushes the party more progressively because it makes other people in the party that are going to be voted on react to that. It makes them, it puts that on the table. It puts that into the sphere of the consciousness. So now AOC has to respond to that, and other progressive leaders have to respond to that and say, well, are you on team fuck ICE or not? And now that's another line that gets drawn for all these purity tests that we talk about. But this is a more like progressive way of doing it. That's why I was encouraged by that, because if you don't have any of that action, if you don't say that stuff out loud, then it's hard to get people energized about it, because they don't feel like you're emotionally attached to it the way they are. Did that make sense?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm trying to be nice here. Like, I hate blue sky progressives and liberals. I hate them.
Fucking tell me about it.
And if I have to hear one more people, well, you know, ICE deported this under Obama. Yeah, he deported more folks. He also went for who they say they went for. And I'm not even saying that's right. I'm just saying it wasn't like this. It wasn't like this. We know
They're
it
doing
wasn't.
Papers, Please.
They're doing Papers, Please. So, and no, I agree with you there. And look, Tully, I'm going to address you, Tully. Tully, I'm going to address you. You said, Ted, don't you dare. They're not scared. They're not victims. They want to send for this. Tully, you're wrong. I got 17 years experience of throwing people down stairwells, pushing a pregnant woman, kicking people in faces. I got 17 years experience doing bad things with these people, and we're all scared because we think we're tough and we know we're not. That's what was going on, and that's what I mean. I don't mean disrespect to anyone who even Tully, but I'm trying to tell you guys from the inside, and you don't want to hear that. You guys don't, I think you all, that's why I say when you videotape something, sometimes you think you see what is bad, but is actually what an arrest is, right? No one wants to go into handcuffs willingly for the most part, unless you catch them by surprise. I'm telling you all, this is what they are. They're dumb and they're scared, and the only way they can do that is tough. They signed up for this job. They enjoy it. I've talked about that too. When I see these protests, one of the reasons I don't go to a lot of them is because I've sat in rooms with big burly dudes going, can't wait to go stick time. I can't wait to go knock heads. They do love it. But when they get there, they are surrounded and they know they're wrong. They're surrounded and they know they're wrong. And they are fearful. And the only way they know how to deal with their fear is through violence, through power, through dominance. I've done that. I pushed a pregnant woman to the ground because she spit in my face and people were watching. And the only thing I knew to do is to overpower her. I've talked to many police officers who say the reason we have shootings, more shootings than we've ever had, not to defend the police all through the time in history, is because these young, mostly men, do not know how to talk their way through situations. They do not know how to de-escalate. They do not know how to get through it. They're scared and they go for their guns. This is what I mean. I think everyone's coming at this from a good angle. I am trying to come at it from the angle of someone who has done this, as someone who probably would have chosen this career 12 years ago. ICE is hiring, $50,000 bonus, sounds great. That probably would have been something I would have done at one point. And I'm just trying, and so I see a lot of the conversation online that I just like, yeah, we're not, I don't know what the end game is. I don't know if we change minds. I don't know how we voted, everything. So that's what I mean by this stuff. And I'm trying to find the right way to say it, because I love y'all and I want to have this use my show for the right way. But I just have a very realistic experience that leads me, sees these kind of things. It just goes, she was scared. She was freaked out. She did an action that was, if you're in the moment, you hear a screech of a car. And if you're unprepared and you're escalating, not de-escalating, you might shoot someone, which again is a violation of Department of Homeland Security policy as stated in their training manual that John Miller has been reading about on the news. That's a violation of policy. But to get to that point, to get out of that truck, they know 500 people are watching them, and they're afraid. And so they get out of the truck and dominate. It's the only way they know how to get through it. That's my point. Does that make sense, Steve?
It does. I think I mean, I have zero experience in this regard. So let me just be very clear, right? Zero, absolutely zero experience. So I'm listening to you in this regard as someone who knows what they're talking about. I think where we see, or what we talk about as being scared, to some people, like from what you're saying, that experience, I get that and I hear you. I think what people who don't know that or aren't experienced with that might perceive that fright as like almost false confidence in a way, and that because they're the one with the gun, they're the one in power, they are the like they are the ones with kind of like knowing that they're going kind of on offense whenever they step out of the car from everyone that's around me doesn't want me here, right? And so that's absolutely terrifying no matter who you are, how well trained you are, right? So I think when people see the aggression come out so outwardly, and they see the coldness on their faces, and they see these guys just walk away and not administer first aid and stuff like that, I think that's where a lot of that comes from, right? And there's
I agree with that.
So I think you put it well in that this is way more nuanced than people think. No one's apologizing for the actions or trying to like rationalize how the response was in any way. It's more that if we try to make everything like these guys are just like evil wizards that just want to kill us all, no one's going to take you seriously. I guess that's,
I don't
you have
take
to
you
have
seriously.
nuance.
I don't take you seriously. Yeah, I don't. If you come out with that, I don't take you seriously. Because it's not always, it's just not reality.
Now, that doesn't mean they're not bad people, but these people go through with these things because they are conditioned by morals, by their upbringing, by their economic way of life, that they think they're right. And you have to meet that with information. And that's why my whole angle on this is that our fourth estate has completely failed us the last 18 months. And as a journalism junkie, as a kid who studied law and journalism in school, that's the thing that pisses me off about this from a privileged, far away perspective of it who's not directly impacted, right?
Right.
The way the news is handling this all is just atrocious.
I like your journalism experience on that, though. No, and you're saying no, and I that's why I want information is the way to do it, because I'm mad at Kristi Noem and JD Vance and Donald Trump for immediately doing what we know they would do, which is justifying it with report writing terms, right? As I think I've said before, I can rat fuck you in a liability report or a criminal arrest report like no other business, right? I can absolutely rat fuck you. I can turn me leaving a 4-foot deep hole in the ground open into your fault, right? And so all the stuff they're going to, which everyone sees through, that's part of the frustration too. The use of trying to run her over, run him over, all that kind of stuff. But I just want to be able to talk about it in based on what I saw, because information. I need to go to the kitchen tables of my family if this comes up. I've already had these discussions prior to this week of they're just doing their job and they're just getting these illegals, and none of that is true. Right now. And I just want to find the best ways to combat that. That's all. That's my mission right now. I don't know how to do it perfectly, and I don't mean to get mad at anyone. It's just like I hate having my experience of 17 years tossed aside for blue sky tweets. I hate having to feel like I'm lecturing people on my team because you just want to talk over, not here in the chat, not telling, not even, but like, that's why I say that online. It just drives me crazy. We eat our own.
Yeah.
We eat our own.
Yeah. And to be clear, this isn't making excuses or even being empathetic with someone who did a terrible thing. It's understanding that if we want to institute change and bring even some of these people who are somehow still somewhere in the middle over to a more progressive place where they're not supporting this administration for these kinds of acts, you have to meet the information with truthful facts, logic, the idea that like we're going to follow the law even though the federal government isn't going to, because then at least you can build a stronger case for the next issue and the next issue. And then eventually we're going to get to elections and midterms where we can hold people accountable, or at least try to, assuming those all still happen. Right. But it's really, really bad. Shit's really, really bad. The sky's falling. Sure. Yes. But running around with like a chicken with your head cut off is not going to save your democracy.
Yeah. And that should be, I guess I sometimes want to find out what the goal is, Yeah. Is it changing people's minds? How do we, if we're 73 million to 72 million, what do you do with that?
Mm-hmm.
And that it's changed. That it's no longer normal, right? It's not normal anymore. It's maybe never been, but nothing we're seeing is normal. That's why I bring up like
Mm-hmm.
the Obama stuff and that ICE has been around for a long time. It has. I'm not defending that. I have friends who've been abolished ICE from the beginning, and I would tend to agree with them. I'm just saying it was different. Due process existed. Mass vigilantes did not. So I just want to meet people at that place.
And I want to address one thing from the comment that Adam and I think pointed out about individual reporters, quality anchors doing their best. They might be at a local level. That's absolutely 100% not happening on a national level or on cable news. All of those people are failing you. Every time that you watch a national news report and they don't start everything with, here's all the things that were just lied to you about in that press conference. Here's all the facts of what actually happened. Here's how we can prove it. They're failing you. They're not, because their job is to give you the information as it actually happened. And if the government is lying to you, who's going to tell you that if not for the press?
How much
because they're the ones in the room. They're the ones hearing stuff, right? So, and if you're again, someone who's been in these rooms, if you're a quality journalist, if you care about the ethics and the morals you sign up to be a person who's going to give information to people that informs how they vote and run their life, you have a duty to make sure you're not full of shit. And if you're at CBS News right now and you're going on air wagging the dog, you're full of shit.
The state-run CBS News, essentially. Yeah, no, I love that, and you had one reporter, I don't know who, today called a clip went out of calling President Trump a liar to his face. More of that, more real-time fact checking. Just because it's still stunning to me. That's where a lot of my frustrations lies when I still talk to family or friends or something like that. I try to stay generally well informed, but like even having a conversation about, say, Hulk Hogan, where if someone's like, "Oh man, so sorry he died," like, I'm not celebrating his death. He's a human being. That was tragic. He died in his front house. It was not pretty. Got it. But do you have any idea why we're not celebrating him in his death? And people don't know, so they just get offended. Oh, come on, the guy died. The guy died. Like, you don't know he was a liar for 40 years. You don't know he was caught on camera or on audio saying this. You don't know he was caught on camera cheating on his wife. You don't know one of his last things was making a racial joke at the expense of Kamala Harris. Like, you don't know any of that, but yet you formed an opinion on me letting you know that. And that's where, can we change that? If not, I don't know. Let's wrap this all up. Let's move to Greenland when it's ours and start a new life. You and I can be. What do they fish up in Greenland?
Greenland sharks. Those are the ones that live for like 300 years, right? Don't they live like really? So maybe that's why they want Greenland. That must be it, Ken. There's something in the water under Greenland that they're going to use to keep them all alive, like Weekend at Bernie's them for perpetuity. You know what I mean? Just like I totally butchered that word, but that's what it is. Whatever the Greenland sharks are on, that's what they're going for in Greenland. It's not about oil. It's not about shipping lanes through the Arctic.
Yeah,
it's that shit. That's what I think.
All right. Am I still on camera?
You are.
Okay, this works.
There's a 3-man box in the bottom right. You want to try to click? I mean, we can try that one.
Well, here's what I'm doing. I want to get Josh Macuga on.
Yeah.
But I also, here, this is the silliest thing. I'm building a studio right now in StreamYard.
You're building a scene?
Yeah, building a studio right now. Okay. Building a little scene, whatever they call it. That's going to be 3 cameras.
Okay.
Oops.
Well, then while you're doing that,
take over the show, Steve.
Yeah, I've got you. So, Ken, were you lucky enough to dodge the COVID monster?
No, I got it very late. I got it very late. I was not affected by it at all. Like, it was one of those, like, I think I've got like COVID, and then I did. Yeah, you might.
So I've been struggling. I've been struggling the past week, and I was eating dinner today with the wife. It was a very creative Taco Bell date, and the parking lot of the Taco Bell was very romantic. And
it's the best.
That's life when you've got 2 kids under 2. And I was eating a taco, Ken, and I realized I had fire sauce on that thing. I couldn't taste it at all.
Oh,
Couldn't taste
no.
anything about it. There was hot meat, there was cold lettuce, there was crunch, and then there was a little bit of the juiciness from the fire. Nothing. So I think my taste buds are shot. So I don't know if it's I don't know.
Yeah, I would go ahead and say that I just built the silliest scene in StreamYard. It's going to be so bad. It's going to be so bad. I would say get that checked out, test, and then power through it.
I'm powering through. I mean, I'm here. We're doing what we can.
It's just my COVID was like that was weird. And then like my mom almost died, and then I joke, but I have people who lost family members to it. So
I've never not been able to taste before, so this is just very scary. I don't
see.
Like
I could still taste.
Yeah, so I was joking with my wife. I was like, "Well, this is now the time to try like mayonnaise and all this other shit I don't like, and squeeze it in there, and maybe I can enjoy. Maybe this is my chance to change my palate a little bit. Who knows?"
Yeah, you can rebuild your palate. Let's take a call from Jared the TIE Pilot, and then we're going to bring in Josh Macuga. But Jared's going to ask us a question, but then he's going to test my scene to see if we
he's going to be a guinea pig?
Yeah, well, this is next. All right, Jared the TIE Pilot's here. How you doing, buddy?
I'm not too bad. I'm used to being your guinea pig. It's okay.
You like getting poked and prodded. How you doing?
Hey, another fabulous day in hell as everything burns around, but I'm going to keep my opinions to myself because they are not good for YouTube streaming.
Yeah. I'm even concerned about some of the text messages I've exchanged this day.
Ken's going to get subpoenaed.
Come get me. Come get me. All right. Do you have a specific question? Are you ready to test? You help us test this setup here, Josh Macuga.
We can test. I was going to bring up a fun thing we did with Steve during the game and stream. We got into I forgot how it started exactly, but we ended up going through the planets of the Star Wars universe and saying what sitcom or TV show would have been filmed there. Like we're thinking Breaking Bad would have been like one of the sand planets or something. I forget what we did. Like shit like that.
And then we said we talked about like Breaking Bad would be on like Dio or Tatooine, or you do you do The Office on like Coruscant or something like that. We're just going down that vibe and trying to find what some good fits were. That was all.
Like Gilligan's Island on Octo, maybe.
Ooh, I don't think anyone said Gilligan's Island.
No, we didn't even say Octo. Period.
You're all too young.
Yeah, and Octo didn't come up. We got stuck with a lot of them. We were like, oh, Survivor would be good there, or like Alone would be good there. But
yeah. Well, let's see. Okay, let's see if Josh Macuga has an answer for that. But let's first figure this out here. All right, so Josh has been added. Okay, then we're gonna do this. Okay.
Oh, hi.
Oh, that didn't.
That almost worked.
Almost worked.
Josh's beard.
Oh wait, hold on. Hold on. Okay. All right, Jared. I might bring you back in a second. Okay.
Yeah, no worries.
Hey, Josh Macuga, how are you?
Hey, buddies. How we doing?
We're doing great, man. All things considered, right? I had Ken Plume super chatted me today. Last night I had Cheez-Its that were Baconator flavored, and they were horrendous, but I survived it.
Yeah. I every time they try and come out with these new Cheez-It flavors, like I used to be really into the white cheddar back in the day. And just like an old classic, but I got to be honest, Ken.
Yep.
It's like one of those you learn, you live, you learn, and great to see you guys. Go Steelers. Crying out loud. You live out in the middle of nowhere. Your Starlink every now and then, Elon Musk's satellite just kind of goes out. I left a Cheez-It on our outdoor porch on the cement on accident, like overnight. And when I pulled it up, there was a grease stain on the cement that didn't go away for like 2 weeks. And I was like, I'm putting that in my body. And so I haven't really eaten Cheez-Its since.
See, I had,
It got me, dude. Yeah.
That is vile. I'm not giving my kid Cheez-Its anymore.
Yeah, I had. I was in the outlet store, and they had limited time only. It had the Wendy's burger logo on it. It said Wendy's Baconator Cheez-It. So I had them last night, and as I told my friend Ken, completely tasted like chemicals.
Just yeah. I don't know how you're actually going to get like a legit flavor of a Baconator into a Cheez-It. You got your crack team of scientists, you got your RFK Jr. upside down food pyramid in there. Your steak tasting, butter steak tasting Cheez-Its. Throw them in the pyramid, Ken. Throw them in the pyramid. And I don't know how they get that in there without it tasting sort of like somebody mentioned Paxlovid in there as a treatment for COVID. Amanda got it a few years ago and basically said it tastes like nickels. So then I got it and I was like, let me try the Paxlovid and see if it helps. And I took 2 of those and I couldn't stop tasting metallic. It was like I was just eating nickels for all day. Ruined everything. I was like, I'll keep COVID, I guess. I really don't care.
I wish I could taste nickels. I can't taste anything.
Yeah.
Steve, but you've been sick for a few days, Steve, right? So you're gonna be okay.
Yeah, since Sunday. Yeah, I don't know if it's getting worse or if this means I'm getting better. I don't know. Yeah, I think so. No, I don't like.
No, I want Josh to be in the center. Yeah. I want Josh to be in the center.
You know, when you go to the stadium and they do that, the 3-card money with the Penguins logos. That's just it, Ken.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which one is the ball under?
Josh, serious stuff up top, a lot of stuff in the world. So we're going to have some fun here. We're going to talk some football, do some NFL picks. But I think people who remember you and me on the afternoons and Collider, and let me tell you, it's less and less each year.
Yeah.
It's less and less. We are truly relics of an old day.
I have a story for you too.
I want to say, what's the update? What's been going on? How's the mountain?
The mountain is great. It's been cold up here. We are on what is called up here called a severe weather watch for severe cold. It might drop below 35 here tonight, which for my now thinned out California blood, back in Pittsburgh, you might as well eat outside. Like 35, put on shorts. But out here it's cold. Like Rosie, when we got out, this has never happened before in ever. I take her to school every morning, and we get in the car, and she goes, "Dada, can you turn up the heat? My face hurts." And I was like, "Oh, okay. I'm so sorry." Yeah. So it is. Yeah, it's cold for California. It's cold for Northern California.
It's cold. It's like 55 today in Burbank.
Yeah,
55.
I mean, cold. Yeah,
cold. The wind was blowing,
and we've done all the things. But yeah, everybody's good up here. And I don't know, can't complain, man. Steelers are in the playoffs after a crazy win. My wife still loves me for some reason, and everybody's healthy. Jason, Amanda's had the flu for like 5 straight days. She was in bed for like 2 of those days straight. So single dad with mom still in the house is not ideal because kid still wants to just be around mom all the time, and I'm trying to keep her from getting sick. But at this point, it's having kids is like they're just a human petri dish, so they're going to be sick all of the time. Whenever it's just a crapshoot. It's literally a 3-card Monty. Is if you get it or you don't. And Amanda got it this time, and I didn't. So
how you both are parents. Is it worth it?
Financially?
Yeah, no. This now 5 years in.
Yeah, I'm 2 years on one and 6 months in on another. I mean, I don't know if one of them ends up being like an athlete and the kid gets drafted in like the 1st or 2nd round, then hell yeah, it's worth it. But if he ends up doing what I do, then probably not.
Yeah, of course it's worth it. Of course, I joke, but like Cody Hall, Wangers, every other week in the hospital. My friend Billy, has the 2 kids now. Every other week, I got some flu. They don't even know the origin of it. They don't even know where it comes from. I just got it from the kids.
Lauren Romo. Oh man, good to see Lauren Romo. What a legend.
Romo's here.
He changed it from Vermont Mike 98. It used to be a different number at the end.
Well, YouTube does this thing where they just do this thing. I don't like it. I don't like it.
To your question, I love my daughter. I live for it. I saw
that's good
today. That was
I probably should have opened with that.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
No. It's every day is a challenge. It's a magical little challenge. It tests your patience. I have had to learn, basically retrain my whole body, not my whole body, but retrain my whole mental state to do this thing. It's called patience. It's crazy what that is.
For you, you had some patience.
Patience adjacent.
Patient adjacent. Okay.
Yeah.
Patronage.
I did, you know me, but I like the short fuse would what there are certain things that like really get my graw, you know, and
yeah,
those are the buttons to push. And so but it's honestly, man, she's just like the cutest, sweetest little thing. She says something funny every day. She's a little version of me. She's always doing something stupid. She thinks that farts and poops are the funniest thing ever. Her teacher, like 2 weeks ago, or right before Christmas, her teacher, I rarely pick her up at school. It's usually Amanda picks her up. I do the drop off in the morning. Amanda picks her up in the afternoon. So she's like, "Hey, Josh, can I talk to you?" And I'm like, "Oh, I know that look. I've seen my parents got that one with me." And she's like, "So Rosie keeps saying that you like her mom's butt, and we don't think that's like really appropriate for pre-K."
I just did the math. So the teacher says,
yeah. And I was like, "Oh yeah, yeah. You know what? That's my bad. I like, you know, I will say like, it doesn't mom have a cute butt, and like Rosie will think it's really funny." And then she goes to school and says that, and I'm like, "Oh man, this is
that's amazing.
Yeah,
that's amazing. That's amazing."
But here's the funny story, Ken. Speaking back to our Collider days and all the things, is so I'm in the parking lot picking up Rosie one of the days, or maybe it was like, I don't know, it was in the fall sometime, maybe like in early November, late October, around Halloween. And this guy comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, I see you in the parking lot, and I see you during drop-offs." And I say to myself, like, I know that guy. Did I go to high school with that guy? And then I put 2 and 2 together. And I was like, dude, I was a Schmoes fan. I was a Collider fan. Like you guys were movie reviews. You were the golden age of movie reviews. You were everything. I watched you guys all of the time. He was like, I think his favorite thing, he was like, from the Pit Boss to the Trial of JTE were some of the greatest moments of my life. And I was like, yeah, we had a great run. We had a great run. We really did.
Did you say Mark and Ken almost got killed up here?
Yeah. Yeah. You ever been up to the mountain? You want to get shot?
You want to get shot by your Josh neighbor? Oh my God. That's amazing. I love those kind of random sightings. I had one recently, something like that, at a comedy show. And then, I'm doing this. I'm producing the live show on culture, faith, and politics with Pat Conkey every Tuesday. Every once in a while, someone in chat is like, "Hey, I remember this guy from like movie fights. Yeah, that's fine. I remember him. Yeah.
Exactly.
A couple questions. If you got questions for Josh Macuga, now's the time to answer them here. Or Josh, now the time for Josh to answer them here. Okay, so Laserbolt asks, where's that question? Sorry.
Chats in there. I saw.
Yeah, that's. First, Jared says, is that legendary fellow Yinzer Josh Macuga? Yes, Jared the Dark Jedi says that. Oh, we got a fight to get through. That's what we got to. All right, Laserbolt says, Josh, are you a Rodgers fan now? Just deal with it. Is he playing good after all? The Steelers in the playoffs, 42-year-old Aaron Rodgers did help get you there. He definitely still throws the ball well. Where you at with this?
Well, you know, as you know, Ken, I like to live somewhere in the middle. So if I like ignore the man's politics and like his weirdness, that everybody seem to like piss off everybody with like the no vaccination, all that stuff, whatever. I don't really give a shit, to be honest with you, because he looks like he's having fun in Pittsburgh. He really does look like he's finally having fun again. He obviously hated the New York Jets. Why would you like it there? It's awful. The ownership's terrible. Mm-hmm. Media hates you. You never win. You can't do anything right. And when you do something right, they're like, "Oh, what? Oh, you're just doing it right now." You know what I mean? Like it's never a thing. He seems to be having a blast in Pittsburgh. It's sort of like, you know, the old man comes in. Dude, it's Scott Bakula in Necessary Roughness, right?
A great Kathy Ireland vehicle.
Yes, correct. You know,
Sinbad
needed that. He needed the right environment to come back and throw lasers. And guess what? You know, weirder things have happened. Maybe this is like the Peyton Manning situation where he comes in. We got DK Metcalf coming back. We like Ken, you know, weirder things have happened. Weirder things have happened.
Yeah, it's I don't like him personally, but he could still play a great game. Sure. I don't know, but if he was at if this was the Dolphins right now, I'd be the most morally conflicted person. Not saying you need to be or are. I'm just, but that last game, that Raven game, was a crazy fun game to watch. So,
I mean, Ken, I'm going to spend 18 years rooting for Ben Roethlisberger, who, for all intents and purpose, is a trash human. I mean, he's a bad person. Okay?
He's a trash guy. He's a trash bag.
Trash human. Right? Like, he didn't have the best reputation, Ken. He did settle out of court. He didn't like Kobe Bryant went to trial and like fought for his case. He's like, I'll pay it off. Not great.
Yeah. Some sports questions. If you got life questions for Josh, Steve and I will get you through that. I'll try to work these calls. I'm sorry, everybody. It might not work out today. I did not think about it till last minute. I
have like one of those roadcasters as well.
Well, it's the StreamYard, because if I bring a call in, they're going to be on camera, which is totally fine if you guys want to be on camera. I just don't do that here. I want to have you all just the comfort of the phone call.
Audio only? Can't you do something like that?
Yeah, but then it brings it up on the screen. It's just, but yeah, if anyone wants to call in and be on camera, let me know. So, because we want Josh to answer the questions here. But while we have you here, all right. So, Josh, every once in a while we get these questions here from James over in the UK. Oh. All right. He's what is he? What is he, Steve? He's a Scotsman, right? He's a Scotsman.
He's a Scotsman.
Sure. I don't know if I didn't know if we ever clarified, but yeah.
He called in that one time. I mean, he sounded like
World Cup.
He sounded like you and McGregor. All right. So this is a fight scenario, Josh.
Okay.
So Ken and Steve, but let's add Josh to this, versus Dracula on a beach in Brazil.
Okay.
Garlic infused aftershave for one weapon, a heavily blunted wood stake for the other.
Okay.
So it's blunted. It's midnight, no lifeguards. Not just who wins, Josh, but how are we going to win this fight? Can you walk through that?
As somebody that watched, I think I watched about 20 minutes of Twilight, and then I watched that show on FX called The Strain. I watched like 3 episodes of that.
Okay.
And then I watched What We Do in the Shadows. And
New York City.
Yeah. I'm Jackie Daytona. I don't know what a vampire's powers are really, but what I do know is they seem pretty fast. They can change back and forth to the bat. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's a wood stake that hurts them, so it's blunted, right?
It's blunted, so you're not gonna be able to easily.
So you really have to try and get him like in a grappling situation. If you've got this garlic aftershave, it's going to at least weaken him. It's going to get in his nose. It's kind of like probably, as somebody that deals with a lot of ENT situations, ears, nose, and throat, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you happen to get up, it really does affect the whole region. So it could it's like cutting onions. He might start crying. It might start hurting his eyes. It's going to be like a little like Van Damme in Bloodsport where he's like, right? Be like that. So because there's 2 of you, right?
Yeah.
The blunted object is somebody gets him in a rear naked chokehold and just blunt forces traumas him into submission. Who does that? Probably Ken. He played middle school baseball. I like,
Why does that make Steve probably played more sports than me? What is the junior high baseball?
He's quick. He's got great footwork, good handwork, really good he's a good dodger of things. Ken, I've seen you move. You're not great, but you do have strength. You've got good old man strength. You can really get in there. Okay. Steve, more of your quick guy. You are the fullback, Ken. Steve is more of your tailback. You're Barry Sanders. You're more the Mike Alstott type.
Oh yeah, I'm going in neck first. Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
So
I like that.
You approach first, Ken. Blunt force. I'll go pocket sand with the garlic aftershave.
Boom.
Can you drown a vampire? Does that work? Do they? No. Do we have to either like decapitate him or stake him? I don't know. Can you? Because then, if that's the case, then we can just hold him underwater or something. No, I don't know. We're at the beach. That'd be kind of gnarly, but
okay.
I'd do it if we have to.
About vampires in water.
I don't know.
Never seen that in any of the vampire.
I don't know.
Movies,
I don't know. Yeah.
Swimming scenes in Twilight.
Yeah, but I think maybe we fight him. Do we fight him in the water or the sand? Like maybe we have an advantage there in the water, kind of like ankle deepish water. Maybe I don't know.
Like it could be like a Point Break scene where it's like half sand, half water.
Right. Yeah. Yes.
Way out of it.
Yeah.
All right. I think we want it. I think that's the important thing. We've never.
If he turns into a bat, though, we're screwed. We don't have a chance if he turns into a bat.
True.
No.
Addie points out that Edward could swim. They did it in the ocean on their honeymoon. Oh, okay, Josh. We got everything.
Should have watched past minute 20. Should have watched past minute 20.
You should have.
That's on me. That's on me.
Great question. Movie question. Josh from Sean McCabe. How long till Catherine Bigelow will make a film about the Maduro raid?
More importantly, who plays Maduro, and why is it not Benicio del Toro? It has to be. It's got to be him, right?
It is. Or as Steve pointed out when I put out the thumbnail on Saturday's episode, it could be Twitch streamer besmirched and very bad man. It's Twitch streamer. What is it? What's his name?
Disrespect.
Dr. Disrespect.
Dr. Disrespect. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
I think it was just
Could
the
be.
shades.
It's
Yeah.
the shades. It's the shades of the moment.
My dad got cataract surgery, and he basically wears the Maduro shades. And I was like, Dad, you look like Maduro. He's like, shut up. I don't. These are for my cataracts. Like, I tried to buy my dad like 20 different pairs of sunglasses so he didn't look like he was like riding a rascal scooter into aisles in an OK supermarket in a supermarket.
When is the appropriate age to switch to blue blockers, Josh?
It's got to be post 65.
You get 65.
Yeah,
You could still have glasses that have blue blocker technology, but the actual blue blockers to order from the maybe not even the website, probably from the back of some magazine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably, one of those. You go on flights anymore. They never have those catalogs anymore.
Oh, the Sky Mall?
The Sky Mall.
They don't have Sky Mall.
Oh, man, that was the best. I love a good Sky Mall.
I always wanted to buy that zombie
man.
coming out of the ground. That one, the Halloween
They
decoration.
buy like a sword in the back of it. They had like Lord of the
the
Rings
sword
stuff in the back there. You could get like all sorts of crazy shit. Oh
Totally.
man, yeah, and so many toys that probably didn't work or just break after 20 minutes.
Oh yeah, I love that. Ken Bloom wants us to fully construct our ideal hoagie orders. So the first thing is not calling it a hoagie, but
Whoa. Hoagie is an East Coast, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia.
Yeah.
That corridor calls it a hoagie, Ken, as you would call it, or a submarine sandwich,
Yeah,
a sandwich.
Yeah.
or just a sandwich.
A sandwich.
Yeah.
Josh, I don't know where you'd go. Mine's pretty simple. I don't even when I go to Subway, I don't even get the meats.
Yeah.
I just get a veggie delight.
Really?
But yeah, I don't get the meats. I don't trust the meats anymore. To be honest with you, I don't trust the meats anymore. If I'm walking into a Subway, I barely trust the bread, but I just get all the green stuff. I get all the peppers and the fun stuff, and that's it. I call it extra mustard. Call it a day.
Interesting.
No meats.
Ballsy move. Yeah, I go no veggie. No, I go. If so, I'm probably, as somebody pointed out before, like a lot of Steeler fans will like vouch for Roethlisberger. I'm not going to vouch for Roethlisberger. I was the Penn State fan that wasn't vouching for Joe Paterno. The guy clearly knew something was going on. He didn't know about it, right?
Right.
I love Sheets from Pittsburgh, but I'm more of a Wawa guy. Okay, like you put me in any Wawa on the East Coast. Okay, from Philly to the Jersey Shore, wherever it is. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Put me in a Wawa, I'm doing pretty good. Okay, so
Is that a Tom Cochran "Life is the Highway" rejected lyric?
Yes, correct.
From all those sheets to those Wawa nights.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, yeah. What a song! What a song! It's the only reason to really watch Cars anymore. I've seen Ken. Had I had a kid before Schmodown existed, I would be so good in the animated category.
Wow.
Benedict Cumberbatch Grinch like 350 times.
Oh wow, I didn't think about that. You should have got to it earlier. You could have won.
Ken, if you remember this is maybe the best laugh I may have ever gotten out of you in the history of Schmoes the Collider. The question was, what is the name of the dragon in How to Train Your Dragon? And I had no idea. And everybody's looking at me like, can you? And I was like, I just go, I don't know, Anthony. And you were in the back. You just giggled and walked out of the room. That was at that was like my first Schmodown match. That was my first.
It was early.
Go, Anthony.
Was that before the Blue Fairy controversy? That was leading up to it, right?
Before, yeah.
All right, yeah. So you're going a lot of meats. You're going heavy meats on your sandwich, Steve. We've talked about this before with you, but
lettuce, tomato, a little bit of oil and vinegar,
okay.
provolone cheese.
I go a lot, Steve.
Yeah. I go a lot oil and vinegar, but no, the pepperoni, salami, lettuce, onion, Parmesan cheese, oregano, salt, pepper, lots of oil and vinegar.
Well done.
Okay.
Well done.
The cheese, I go pepper jack for my cheese these days.
A little bit of cheese. It depends on the cheese. It depends on what kind of mood I'm in that day. A little pepper jack, maybe sometimes. Sometimes just a little bit of shredded. I don't heat it though.
I don't do no heat. No heat.
A hoagie is a cold sub. If you go warm, it changes to a grinder. Okay, that's an East Coast like that.
Okay, yeah. We should probably change that name now.
Correct. Yeah.
Unless we're going to a Republican meetup.
No. Damn it. It's okay. We can coexist. Words can coexist. We can do this. We're an advanced civilization. We can make this happen.
There is at Wawa, they do have a great warm grilled chicken sub hoagie, whatever you want to call it. That just lettuce, tomato, hot grilled chicken, a little bit of Parmesan oil. It's solid. It's solid, but it's not toasted. Don't toast my stuff. I don't want to hurt the top of my mouth. This isn't Captain Crunch hour. Okay, I want soft
lettuce,
bread, warm meat,
and heat. Lettuce and heat does not go well. I'm sorry. I just don't like lettuce on hot bread. It's not.
Absolutely
a burger sometimes you can kind of get away with it because there's other stuff. It cools down nice and quick, but I don't need.
That's why the McDonald's McDLT, right? Was that it? Yeah, that's the best invention of all time. Hot on one side, cold on the other.
There you
go. Football question.
86 that says, guys, the answer is meatball sandwich. Meatball sandwich is pretty damn good.
I probably haven't had one in 22 years.
Ken, I make really good homemade meatballs in my sauce on a nice warm Kaiser roll. You dig out the middle, you make the little meatball boat so you can fully
meatball boat. Yeah. Little meatball boat. When I'm living in my car and I'm going to drive up to your property and maybe we have some meatball subs, huh?
100% every day, Ken. Meatballs. That's the name of it.
Football question. Mike Tomlin, keep around, move on. Buy or sell?
I am one of those guys. It's every week I'm of one. I get rid of him. I love him. Get rid of him. I don't know anymore because it seems like I don't want to be a part of this constantly revolving door of every couple of years. I got to get rid of him. We stink. Da 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 da. Would I like him to have a little more of a Tomlin doesn't have a coaching tree, which is always worrisome. There's no assistants that have ever left and been he's a new head coach somewhere. It's never happened. Besides Bruce Arians back in the day, but that was more of a cower hire.
Yeah.
That's a good thing, though. You don't have to deal with brain drain. You don't take it from an Eagles fan. You don't want everyone taking your assistants. Jalen Hurts hasn't had an offensive coordinator for 2 years in a row since he was in high school.
That's
Sorry,
true.
Didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're right. No, you're right, Steve. You're right. I like Tomlin. We win. He's a great player coach. Players play their hearts out.
He's never lost.
No,
he's never had a losing season.
I would love to see him hire a young offensive coordinator that is trying something new, on a new offense with try to develop a quarterback. I don't mind the defense. The defense always shows up. There's some games we'll have lulls in a season, but for the most part, the defense is always consistent, right? It's the offense that always worries me, and the fact that Aaron Rodgers kind of bailed him out this year, and if he comes back next year, might bail him out again. But really and truly, Roethlisberger was kind of running the offense for 10 plus years, right? So
I'll take it. I'll take him in Miami.
Yeah, if he left the Steelers or the Steelers got rid of him, he would get hired anywhere, anytime, immediately.
Yeah. I think I'd rather have him than John Harbaugh. I don't like that Harbaugh family.
Okay.
I don't trust who they vote for. I don't know who Mike Tomlin votes for, but I just like Tomlin. I've always liked Tomlin, and I still think he's young enough that he could last long. I am a fan of Mike McDaniel. I don't think he might have been the best head coach in the end, but I also don't think a lot of it was his fault. It was not his fault that his quarterback ran headfirst into a knee.
Yeah,
and now can't throw a football farther than a feather. That wasn't his fault.
The comparison I made to my cousins was that Tua is a great car that keeps getting a recall on it. You're I love this car, but oh no, the radio went out again. Why does this always happen? Oh, every time you think it's going well, you get a recall on it, and then they take it back. It's oh yeah, we got a recall on it, and then the car just eventually you're God, I like the way this car drives when it works, but when it doesn't, it's really bad, and you got to get rid of it.
Yeah. Yeah, and you saw when they finally went to Ewers, and Ewers went 1-2, and he's not the answer, but you could, and there was a lot of other problems. But you saw that with Ewers, a quarterback that could throw and move a bit, this could kind of be what we had. So anyways, he'll be the Detroit or Philly offensive coordinator by 2026.
My buddy Kevin, if you go to Baltimore, my brother will haunt you for the rest of your life.
Yeah, so I mentioned before, you were I'll say pals with Kevin Stefanski. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, he's my niece's godfather, and he's one of my really good friends. He was my brother's best friend, and his wife and my sister-in-law are very close. Our families are very close.
Can we get him to the Dolphins?
Because I will say this, I know that he's a very, very big family man. His whole family is in Philadelphia or the Philadelphia surrounding areas. I would think that if he wants a head coaching job, which he could get, it has to be on the East Coast. I wouldn't go to Vegas at all. I don't think he wants to go to Arizona. I don't even know if they're interviewing in Arizona. I think the Giants is like the ideal job, or the OC job in Philly. Right,
Okay.
back home. He was born and raised a Philly fan, like the biggest Reggie White fan on the planet. That's like the guy loves Reggie White.
man.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm just because like two-time coach of the year, even with the Browns. He's done not his fault. The whole they handed Deshaun Watson and so I still believe in him. And if he goes to the Dolphins, I get to call up my buddy Josh and go, hey, Josh, you want to go? You just want to happen to be in Miami at some point?
Or like we could wherever. Getting the sideline passes is the fun part. The even more fun part is being like, hey, Kev, Ken wants to know why you didn't go for it.
Text you during the game. Hey, tell him to hand off to A-Chad. I did it on Madden. I won 5 titles on Madden.
Hey, Kevin, Ken is in 2036 on Dynasty mode, and he's already won 2 Super Bowls with the Dolphins, and you're still not in the playoffs. So I don't know what to tell you. Okay, you might want to bring him on.
I just started the 2039 season, Josh, and I've won 5 Super Bowls.
Yeah,
5 Super Bowls.
Yeah, but have you told Josh the fatal flaw with your Madden teams, Ken?
They're all
He's
Steelers.
a racist, Josh.
Oh,
no, they're all white.
Oh,
yeah, I learned this. I just without thinking because I create all my players or draft them. 60% of my football team on Madden is white, which is just factually incorrect.
You're fine. As long as they're not defensive backs. I think you're
Hey, Cooper DeJean is a cornerback. He plays like a
That's
bee.
true.
I love that guy.
It's true. Cooper DeJean. It basically goes
Exciting
Jason
whites.
Sehorn, Cooper DeJean. That was like the funny when they were doing that, like all white guys versus all black guys, all time NFL game. And they were like, you guys know that we can pass on anybody that we want. Like we can pass. You guys can't stop a passing game. Like, yeah, that makes sense. There we go. Yep.
I want to take a call here from Jared the Type Pilot. He's got a question. And by the way, we'll take calls. I got Addie, I got Cal. If you guys want to call in, just be aware you're going to be on camera with your face. So if that's not to your liking, shut your camera off and we'll have just a little gray circle there or whatever. But before we do that, Vermont Mike has a sandwich question, an egg and pepper sandwich. Jared, I don't think I've ever actually had one. But I'd have that. I like eggs. I like eggs, Josh. I like them in different forms.
Me and big eggs, guys. Steve, big egg. I just can't do peppers. As the older I've gotten, the more I realize that my heartburn is like my reflux on peppers. Bad news, especially bell peppers. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I live in a very Mexican area here in California, and every time I go to a Mexican restaurant, I'm like, I am very white. I need no salsas, no hot sauces, no peppers, no onions. Like, make this the whitest, gringoest burrito you've ever made. Like, oh yeah.
We get you like a Tums shirt, so you can just wear it in there, and maybe a little no to like kind of like lay low for it.
Nothing like waking up in the middle of the night and chewing on 3 Tums, chugging 2 glasses of water.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Laserbolt does have a legit question. Why are most tight ends white guys? I think it's because it's like same with offensive linemen. It's just you're big, you're bulky, but a tight end, you're a little faster. It's like if you're right-handed, you're going to be a catcher. You're left-handed, you're not going to be a catcher. I just think there's so few slots, to be blunt and honest.
It's a little mixed.
It's definitely mixed. Offensive line. I'm saying it's mixed, but I'm just he's throughout the history of the NFL. That's kind of one of the spots. It's kind of one of the spots.
Yeah.
That's such a weird thing. It's like, offensive linemen, it's sort of mixed. It might be 60-40 white, black, right?
One wide receiver who's your possession guy.
Yeah. You need your Wes
here's the
Welker
question.
types. I don't know what it is, Ken. I don't know how like the world split this up and how how Charles Darwin was like, listen,
might be dangerous to find out, but
big white guys are going to be tight ends and offensive linemen. Black guys are going to be cornerbacks and wide receivers. I don't know.
It's just like Jimmy the Greek told us, right? That worked out well for him.
Really worked out well
for Jimmy the Greek.
Well,
let's take a call here on air, on there. There you go. Let me switch that so we can see everything there. We have got ourselves the one and only Jared the Type Pilot. Jared, great setup, by the way. You put a shirt on.
I did.
Macuga, Jared's known for being shirtless for most of the calls into the show.
Yes. And stoned or
Always.
Fair enough. How could you tell? Just by the fish tank in the back on his computer screen? Okay.
Well, I had my beloved Trek going, but I figured I wouldn't get you a copyright strike with Ferengis in the background.
That's fair. All right. What's your question? Welcome to the show. How you doing? Ask away.
So I had a schmoes question for the Mr. Macuga here. I need to know the origins and all the shenanigans of the wild berries, because the wild berries were the schmodown. The T-shirt sales, everything. No. That's why we tuned in, my friend. The wild berries.
I will say when we went out, when I went out on stage in Chicago and they started chanting like wild berries, like that whole theater, that was awesome. That was really cool. There were like Elliot and I became buddies like overnight somehow, and we couldn't be like more different people. Like I love the guy, but we're just like we're different people, but we both just like kind of get it, right? It was like the whole shtick was it. By the way, Christian still owes me some money for T-shirt sales. I was never paid for any of it.
It's fascinating is I think like you and Elliot really didn't know each other. Elliot and Ricky had come in. Yes. They were known quantities in the internet from their times at Machinima and their own channel, Internet Today, which I recommend you all watch. But yeah, you guys just kind of got slapped together, right?
Yeah. Oh, totally. And it was like the Wild Berries was the funniest. It was like, what was that band with Paul McCartney? It was like the traveling. What were they called?
The Traveling Wallberries.
The Traveling Wilburys? Yeah,
Wilburys. That's what it was.
Or are you talking about the Beatles?
No. Yeah. No, the Wild Berries was like, man, and every time I'd show up to like either one of those day tapings and those night tapings, I'm like, Elliot, start drinking. Like, we're not, I need some energy from you right now. I think that one day taping, I drank like 2.5 bottles of white wine because that was all that was there.
Oh, that's right.
And then I left a car there. I had an Uber somewhere. I think I Ubered to the company store still in like a suit. I drank. Yeah. Then I was like, I'll just switch to whiskey. How bad could what bad could happen there? Like, what's the worst thing? And that was when Ken was like, you need to go home. And I was like, shut up. You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Was that when we had to load you into the Uber? I can't remember that night. My favorite, you and I drunk leaving the Comedy Store story is us wandering over to Pinche's Tacos and getting tacos at 1 a.m. and then walking back to your house, you peeing on a tree and you're like on your street. Yeah. Just a big like oak tree. And I was like, hey,
outside that Bank of America. I was like,
Bank of America. And I turned around. I was like, where, Josh, where are you? You're just like, you're like the Calvin peeing sticker. You're just like, hey.
I got it.
And then I got home. Okay. And at about 3 or 4 a.m, I threw up all the tacos into my mouth.
Ooh.
Just a regurgitating.
No, yeah, just one of those like, oh.
So we get to Pinche's Tacos and we're out there, we're like enjoying our tacos, pretty drunk, like pretty. And this guy comes up and he's like, oh my God, I came out to LA and I was hoping I would see one of you guys. You're here. It's it.
Right.
Like, do you remember that? Like, he was so excited. I was like, it's really nice to meet you.
I do remember that. I do remember that. That was great. There you go. Good question, Jared. Any follow-ups? Any schmodown secrets you want exposed?
I mean, all the unknown secrets. But actually, that last little bit of the story brings up a fun point. What is it like when you first started getting recognized on the streets for your internet shenanigans of any type?
You know what was always awkward about that? There, is like, they'd be like, oh, yeah, hey, go. And then I'd be like, do you want a picture? Like, I don't know how to like end, like go somewhere, right? Like we walking somewhere and be like, hey, no, and like we talked to him for a little bit, like, oh, dude, thanks for supporting the show.
Yeah.
Everything. And then you just like kind of want to get on your way, but you also like, hey, we're going to this bar if you want to come with us. Like, no, I'm going. Like, all right. Do you want a picture? And sometimes they're like, yeah. And then they'll be like, nah, I'm good. I'm like, all right.
That happened. Yeah, I was with Ellis one time, and Ellis is always, he's handled this a lot more than us, especially back in the day. But he was like, hey, nice to meet you, bud. You want a picture? And the guy goes, yeah, no, I don't.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't know. It was when the first stuff. It's never not fun. Yeah. I mean, in general, I should say. There's some times where you're like, I mentioned some stuff before here. I came out of the bathroom in Orlando, and someone was waiting for me in the bathroom. I was walking at the time to where Grace lived, and someone was like circling me. They're like, I circled like 4 times. It is you, Pit Boss, and I had to like pretend I went to like, I'm just walking to another city, and like went straight and just like there. Yeah. So it could be I mean, there was the times at Collider. Remember those 2 times that people just showed up to the Collider studios because they found the address on the internet.
We definitely had instead of like having the address private, it was publicly listed as like to where we were, and they just showed up and walked in, and they were, and like you always kind of feel bad because you know like they're there on vacation or they're from out of town, and you're like, all right, let me show you some stuff, but then we can't like have them just sit around while we're actually like doing work during the day.
Well.
Like, we had responsibilities. We did.
This was, and Jared, I would imagine this would be you. There was at the time, this particular instance, there was the 2 offices. There was the big one we had moved into, but Josh and I and Riley were in another one, and there was like the production guys were there for a while. Then eventually they got moved. But some dude just walked in, and he just pulled up a chair and he sat down. And it was like Ruvalcaba, Cody, I don't know if Remsen was there yet, Frank, the editor. And he didn't say anything, and they didn't say anything to him because they're also kind of tech guys, you know, production guys kind of locked in and just kind of were like, okay. And then eventually someone texted us, and they're like, I think it was Riley went over first. I went to my car and got my handcuffs. I went to my car, got my handcuffs out, and I think I had my baton with me, and I put it in my back pocket. And I went
vagrants back there off the
front. And he was just like, oh, I'm a big fan, and I just wanted to see your guys' studio. We were like, awesome. Get the fuck out of here. Go.
Like, were you guys even filming anything or just an office day?
It was just an office day. We were there Monday through Friday. So he just came by. And then there was one time though, the other side, I went to lunch and I came back and there was a dad and a maybe late teen son. And they were sitting and they were like, and they saw me and they're like, oh my God, like Cat Napzok. And I'm like, what's going on there? And they were like, we're from London and we flew all the way over here. And we looked up your address and can we come get a studio tour? And I was just like, wait right here.
Yeah.
And I went inside.
You want to say yes, but you also like,
yeah,
there's like thousands of dollars worth of equipment in there. There's people, you know, it'd be like walking on the set of a show and being like, hey, I want to touch Patrick Dempsey at Grey's Anatomy. I'm not saying that I'm McSteamy. I'm obviously McSteamy. Everybody knows that. But it's just like, you know, I want to say it's private, but it was just, you know, you're like, it's sort of like it's almost like an insurance problem. It
definitely is.
You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, and not that, you know, the violence and threats and stuff that could possibly happen in the security of it, but I think it just I heartbroke because, you know, we weren't like the only reason they'd come over, but like they were like, we saved up for a trip to Los Angeles and we found our way. Like, I wish I could bring you in.
Like, at those points, it's like I wish we were filming something, so I just usher them in and be like, "Hey, watch the show," instead of being like, "Hey, you can hang out for 10 minutes, but we like have to do stuff."
But then when we'd shoot the Schmodown, there'd be like 200 people, 199 that had no business being there, just like hanging around. So I should have said
we'd be like working, and then like Schmodown would start at like 2:30, and Fernandez would be in our office being like, "Hey, did you guys like finish that?" And we're like, we gotta go to Schmodown. like we all, you know what I mean? And he's like, I don't even own Schmodown. Why are you guys spending all your time on Schmodown? I'm like, I don't know, man.
We got to write more Captain Learnings.
Yeah. Exactly.
There you go. All right.
Just tell him to go get more crypto.
There you go. Thank you, Jared, for your question. Appreciate you, buddy.
Good to see you, Jared.
Have a good one, guys. Stay safe.
All right. Let's do some. You here for about? We got about 15 more minutes left. Josh, you good? You want to answer some calls?
Let me text Amanda and be like, "Hey, well, there's."
I can't make my carbonara tonight, honey.
Well,
we got to go into town and pick something up at Chili's.
You know what, Ken? You know who loves Chili's?
Who?
Rosie.
See, Crackling Rosie gets on board with that chili. With those Chili's. All right.
She loves In-N-Out and Chili's. She's like her dad.
Okay, the In-N-Out, you know, we've all sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. But hi, friend. All right, let's do Addie and then Kingsport Cal here. Addie's going to explain. Addie, how you doing? You're going to explain the science of those Baconators.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm going to make Josh feel better about eating Cheez-Its.
Oh, okay.
Okay. This is better.
By all means, Addie. Let's get here.
Also, hi, nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you as well.
Now, Josh, Addie is an actual professor, okay? So you can ask her anything about science.
What kind of professor are you?
Chemistry.
Of science.
Holy shit. And where do you profess?
undisclosed locations.
Oh, okay. I won't. Yeah. Great. And so are
Chili's.
you like a college or we're at a college? Like professors go to college, right? They're colleges. Yeah. Let me ask.
I'm older than I look.
Oh, well, you look great.
Thank you.
What? Okay. So when you like chemistry, because chemistry, you can't just like, like I'll graduate with a chemistry degree and go teach high school. Like you got to be really good at this stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Smart.
Like super smart.
That's why we call her our resident professor of smart things.
Damn. Like I took AP chemistry in high school and I did not do well. If
I don't know what you're trying to get at. I have a PhD.
Oh, good God. Yeah. You're smart. Okay. Hey, Addie's wicked smart, Ken. How about that, man?
She's wicked smart there. She's going to tell us that we could have the Cheez-Its there.
Yeah. Hey, Addie, what kind of what are you trying to like? Are you trying to cure a cancer there or something? What do you got?
I study air quality.
Oh, this is awesome.
Which is not good.
It's not good.
Not good.
Is it bad, Ken? It's not good.
Anyway, when this grease stain appeared on your front porch, did you do anything to try and get rid of it?
No, I just let it kind of go away.
Okay. Have you ever washed dishes without soap?
Probably, but I
was gonna say, like, if you're like most guys, I know the answer to that question is yes. At some point, you attempted to wash dishes without soap.
Well, but let's Josh. Josh is the GPA. Josh was our dish cleaner. He kept things clean.
Yeah, I'm quite OCD when it comes to cleanliness of dishes and just general areas.
I will say that. And I apologize, Josh, for eating the chocolate bars on the table.
Yeah, it's what, Ken? You should be. Okay.
Have you ever noticed that, like, if you have a greasy plate, you can't clean it with just water?
Yes, I have noticed that. Yeah.
What do you need?
Soap.
So soap is a very special kind of molecule. It's called a surfactant or an emulsifier.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It has, essentially, if you look this up on the internet, it's going to be, Steve's going to start taking notes. It basically looks like sperm.
Oh.
Not in reality. It's just how we draw it.
Yeah.
Because it has a side, oil and water don't mix. So it has a side that mixes with oil, and it has a side that mixes with water.
Huh.
And those two things, the soap molecule allows those two things to dissolve into each other, and your dishes get clean. So the grease stain on your porch for 2 weeks doesn't mean you shouldn't eat Cheez-Its. It just means you should have taken some soap to your porch.
Eat Cheez-Its, Josh.
Bam, Addie.
Eat Cheez-Its.
Is why those really sad commercials with the ducks covered in oil? They talk about like Dawn cleaning the
Yes. Yeah.
My mom swears by Blue Dawn. I actually gave this lecture on Christmas Day to explain to my mother how Blue Dawn worked.
Wow.
I had visual
What a
aids
Christmas dinner.
Let me ask you a question. Then, so where, like, like the organic soaps and all that kind of stuff, is it all kind of the same, or like there's better ones?
It's a good question. It's a good question, Josh.
Thanks.
It's mostly going to be the other. It's not going to be the soap so much as it is like the perfumes and the dyes and things that are in it that you add to it to make it smell better or look better or whatever. So at the end of the day, soap is soap.
Got it. It's all just from like that scene in Fight Club, right? Like it's just
Sure.
fat.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's a fat lie.
I've never seen it.
Never seen it, so I'm gonna just nod my head.
I've never seen it.
So based solely on Instagram algorithms, it's the dyes and the smells that are poisonous to us, correct?
A lot of those molecules are proving not to be good. Yes.
Okay. Now let me ask you this question: this is very interesting because now I want to be able to go up to my wife and be
and
like,
you didn't want me to come on and do science tonight.
Like the smell of like Yankee candles, something like that. Though, like lighting a Yankee candle inside your home, bad idea, correct?
Wait, is Amanda gonna jump on screen here?
I want her to come down, but unfortunately I'm down in the studio.
Candles are bad?
There are
candles.
quite a few things that burning open flames in your home produces chemicals that you probably shouldn't be breathing in. Yeah.
Got it. So what about
not just Yankee candles, like fireplaces aren't good for you.
Right. No, yeah. What about like
is not good for you?
Anything.
What about what, Josh?
like indoor, like the gas indoor fireplaces. So like, like the propane indoor gas fireplaces, basically.
Different chemicals, jury's out.
Got it.
Now what about when I when I light a fire in my fire pit in the backyard and I invite Josh and Mark Ellis over and I just throw a bunch of old baseball cards in the fire?
And they change colors and this fire looks so cool.
You invite me over to take samples for my research.
Okay. We don't know. So the jury's out, Josh. So okay. I did not hurt you and Mark by burning those 1991 Donruss cards.
Addie, do you have an Instagram? I would love to watch some of these Instagram. This is the kind of stuff I want to know. Like these are the kind of accounts I want to follow because my algorithm right now is currently just golf videos and boobs. But I would love the algorithm to be golf videos and science is really what I would like it to be.
You can make that happen. You can make that happen.
The other day went and she was searching for this just boobs and golf videos. Like, okay, one time I clicked on boobs and now it's just boobs. I mean, multiple times, but you know what I mean? I do click on a lot of golf videos, Ken, as you know.
I do know that.
Yeah.
I do know that. Well,
Addie, this has been very informative. I could pick your brain for hours and hours.
Maybe we'll do that show. The professor and the Macugas
on here because she's got more questions. I'm telling you this right. This is the final question because this is the current argument we're in. Dryer sheets, are they bad?
I don't like those at all.
That's a question I'm gonna have to look up. I don't know.
Okay. Josh, are you with me here? Dryer sheets are useless.
No, I think dryer sheets make everything feel good.
But they don't. I don't know. What about those
fabric softener?
You know what I hate? You know what I hate even more? The dryer balls. Yeah, I hate the dryer balls.
I have a ball. What's wrong with the dryer ball?
Balls are out.
Yeah, I don't because I'll tell you, they're supposed to dry things faster. That never worked. And then they get all entangled.
I didn't think it was supposed to dry them faster. I thought it was just a replacement for a dryer sheet. That was my impression.
No, that's I've been told to me many times that they speed things up. And they don't. And then they get intertwined. You pull your shirt out and there's like a bunch of balls all wrapped up in your shirt. I hate dryer balls.
No, it's just one ball. I just have one ball.
Yeah. It's
like one big cotton ball in the dryer. It doesn't get tied up in anything. I pull my clothes out, the ball falls out, throw the ball back in the dryer for the next load.
Yeah, we had at one point like 5.
What about how people are always like, hey, back in the Wilford Brimley looked 70 when he was 46 and now Tom Cruise is 70 and looked 46. Is it because we were smoking cigs inside? Is that what it was?
I think so.
Probably. Is that what it was?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm missed that was a question for me.
That's just for you. Yes. The scientist, not Dumb and Dumber. Okay. Me being dumb, Ken being dumber, and Steve being just a guy that we know.
Hey, I love giving science knowledge to the drunks at the end of the bar.
This is what we are.
This is us.
For the record, I neither use dryer sheets nor dryer balls. I just run the dryer.
Yeah.
We're suckers.
Yes. Smoking is what made 40-year-old men look 70.
Yeah. Okay.
Good.
Okay. All right. Addie, thank you. We weren't going to do a science segment this week, but it turned into a very fruitful science segment. And you may have got Josh kicked out of his house. We'll see. We'll find out. There you go.
All I'll say is a friend of mine moved out of the house she lived in for 30 years, and her husband had to scrub all the walls and the ceilings from the candles she had burned.
See, I don't know about that. All right, Addie. Happy belated birthday, Addie, and we're glad to have you back.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
All right, happy birthday to Addie. And now let's go ahead and bring our call here. Steve, I don't know how this one's going to go. I don't know how this call's going to go.
I know
gotta be Mark Ellis.
No, it's King's Ford Cow.
Oh, yes.
It's King's Ford Cow. King's Ford Cow.
What do you mean you don't know how it's going to go?
I don't trust
you. What do you mean by that?
And Josh, and I don't know.
Cal, have you always been this thin, or did you lose like 150 pounds?
No, I've always been this thin.
I feel like, dude, every time I see you in your big guy well, maybe I don't know. I always thought you were a big dude.
No, I'm not a big man. Thank you, Josh, by the way, for making me feel less.
Ladies man, Cal.
Just emasculated poor Cal as soon as he got
all right, Cal. What's on your mind tonight? What's your question? Hit us, baby.
I see your gray going on there, Josh, and the forever receding hairline. So welcome to the club.
Wow.
I'm about. I might get into a clinical trial with that my company is working on with a hair thing. That's not. It's like it's the next supposedly cured baldness. I don't know. Might get Ken in it too.
Josh, let me text me, DM me, okay, Josh? I want in.
You guys need some? I can just let me know.
Send it over. All right, Cal. What's your question?
Well, first I wanted to show Josh this. See if he remembers that.
Oh, the GPA, GPA guitar picks.
Oh wow!
Damn right. That's Josh right there. I got all of them. By the way.
Oh yeah.
Still got some stickers as well.
Those were awesome.
Well, all right.
So, but no, I wanted. One thing I got a couple questions. One of them is, do you still talk to? Well, actually, it's kind of twofold. Well, no, not really. Do you still talk to Elliot?
We text every now and then for sure. Unfortunately, I live where I don't get great cell reception, so green text rarely goes through, and Elliot's a green texter. So he'll send me a text, and then when I'm around cell phone reception, I'll like get back to him. But yeah, we're still buddies. I'll text him on holidays and all the things, but it's always great to see him. I mean, Elliot's my boy. I love that guy. Yeah,
he's great.
Yeah, good work.
What about now is TV talk or TV time or whatever, is that still going on? I don't get it.
So David and I will do a TV talk every now and then. I think we're gonna do one next week. It's more like, all right, we've had enough time to watch a bunch of TV. Let's go talk about it, kind of a thing.
Well, because David's a dad too now, right?
David is a dad. He's got a full-time job. I'm a dad, full-time job. So whenever we can get to some content, I am going to start doing some more content just on my channel. Some like fun stuff that I've been like playing around with. But I thought I was ready to do some content about like 9 months ago. And then I got this job, and then I'm still really sad about my brother. And I like really wasn't in a great place to like do shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's fair.
And if Narcolepsy 27, I still do have a few futilities left.
Buy direct from Josh Macuga. Buy direct.
$60. Unless you're international, then I can't send it anywhere.
Yeah. International, you're done. You're done.
$9 million to send it to Canada. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's so expensive.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Steve, this is going okay. Kingsborough Cal hasn't asked anything we don't want to answer.
You act like I'm some type of problem, kid. Anyway. But no, the other question.
Come on.
The other question is, I was thinking about this the other day, actually. Macuga, did you think that Schmoes would become, it didn't become super huge, but it became a big deal. When you were back there at the Toad Hop studio on your phone, laughing in the background, did you think that it would turn out, that show would turn out to be a big deal in this movie space on the internet?
I think there was like some points, and Ken, you'll probably agree with me. There were some like really cool like sliding door moments where like had certain things happen, things would have been different. Things happened, things would have been different for better, for worse, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think there were some really good sliding doors moments that like made everything a lot better, and there were some sliding door moments where things made things worse. And but I think that there was a couple points. I think there was a time when we were at the Buffalo Wild Wings across from Toad Hop, and me and Mark were usually like the last ones at the table, and we were talking about certain things, and like a lot of those things came true, which was cool, right? And then when we ended up at like the first iteration of Collider, when we first got there, there was some really awesome stuff going on, and there was some awesome stuff going on in the internet in general. So like it was sort of like write your own ticket. We could figure it out, but there was just some poor decisions made outside of a lot of us, for us, that were made for us, that unfortunately like we had no control over. That I think we knew in the moment, like I don't think that's the right thing to do, or we should have made different decisions as like a group if there was like a voting situation. Or whatever, but I mean, it's we had two awesome albums, and then in the middle of writing what could have been like the opus, we kind of got the rug pulled out from under us.
Yeah, the record company didn't publish it up. Yeah, no, I think what you're talking about, that era, 2013, Cal, is a memory, an era I have just full of fond memories, because I think the world of possibilities was out in front of us. The internet was going through a new phase. There's some documentarian can go through the different phases of the internet, but like 2009, 10, 11, it's YouTube, but it's YouTube in a different way. It's straight to camera, or it's clips, it's this or that, it's weird videos, it's what in the butt, it's all those things. It's Liam, who I know, Kelly Shoes, all that stuff. And then suddenly it became like a place to broadcast. Podcasting met kind of YouTube in a lot of ways, and even Mark and Christian being the first to kind of get official movie reviews and all that kind of stuff. So when we were there in 2013, we would dream big weekly.
Yeah.
But we did not have the benefit of a great amount of capital, so we were always trying to acquire. And I thought the move to what became Popcorn Talk, I don't know all the details, but like that was going to be the Schmoes Know Network. And that's what it was. And I thought that was the point, because I was still working in the day job, and I was like, I can't wait. We're gonna turn this into something. No. And it did turn into something, but not for that. It turned into me going to Screen Junkies. It turned to Josh. You got jobs. There's that, and then Collider, and that's a whole other documentary chapter. We'll go to some other day. So to answer your question, Cal, we kind of thought it would be something, and it was. It gave us all of our lives, not necessarily in terms of money, but in terms of connections, lifelong friendships. I didn't know Josh. I knew of him, but I didn't know Josh till he walked into that Buffalo Wild Wings, and I married the guy. Not that way, Cal. I officiated.
As my entire family, mom and dad side. How's the priest?
How's the priest? So I wish it had become something else. As Josh and I will joke at it, but we sometimes had complicated relationships with the Schmodown. I felt it should have just been fun and silly, and I think it got too serious. But I also understood why. I didn't fight that. I understood why. Also, the audience dictated that, but I also think the audience was wrong. But I wish that I'm surprised that didn't become something bigger. But COVID, lockdown, the inability to travel as much as they had originally planned. But those moments were fun too. Like you talk about being in Chicago. Yeah. Me walking out, with a skull mask on and just having silly fun doing the stuff was fun too.
Yeah, it was, yeah. Ken said it best. Yeah, I think.
There you go.
Well, another thing, Josh, is I want to tell you, you cannot know how great and how much I miss the Josh Macuga show. Josh Macuga show was the best thing in the world, because you would get all the internet people right in that space on, and you drank with them, you got some crazy questions. It was all from your apartment, which was amazing.
Thanks, man.
I love that show. I still to this day go back and watch different episodes, just throw on a random one. The theme music, I could play it on guitar. I get drunk sometimes to do it. It's fun. Anyway, but I love that show, man. And I'm happy for you and everything. You's always one of my favorite.
Thanks, man. You too, buddy.
And yes, Ken, he goes above you because you're like the every dude. You know what I mean? You're the every man or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
The every Macuga. I will say, between the sheets and what became the Josh Macuga show, when I finally got asked to be on it, I was like, put in my journal of like, I'm not even joking, like, I'm finally stepping up. I'm finally stepping up. Like, I'm finally getting asked to be on cool shows. And this Josh guy seems pretty good. So,
oh man, we had one of the cooler things that like, it was honestly like the Friends moment when they like close the door and they like focus in on the frame around the door, or like anytime like a sitcom end. So, I was in that apartment for the better part of 2009 to 2021. So was that 16 years? Is that 16 years, Ken? No, that's not. 11 years. 11 years.
29 to 2021.
2021 is 11 years.
11 years. So I'm leaving. I'm moving everything out. I've been in that apartment forever, dude, right? Like I had my baby in that apartment, met my wife, like all the things, right? And I pull out the couch, and literally the last thing, like I pulled out the couch, and the last thing in the corner was an old question card from the Josh Macuga show.
Hell yeah.
And there it was, covered in a dust bunny. It was right there, and I like flipped it over, and it was like notes from an episode that was just like silly things that I'd written down. Wild, right? Just wild. Like,
man.
Full thing came
That's
back.
amazing.
Oh man, Cal, thank you for asking. Yeah,
Ken, I'll get off here. apparently I didn't disrupt the show. But I wanted to tell you your Dolly shirt is in the mail. It might be there tomorrow. But I could only find gray in XL. Apparently black is I saw it. But you still gonna love it.
Ken looks
Black
good in gray. He looks good.
Yeah, I look fat and gray. But Josh, this is
Black
big news.
blazer over it.
Okay, I got big news. He got me a Dollywood shirt, a Dolly Parton shirt.
Oh, let's go.
I'm excited for this. All right, Cal. You know what? I'm gonna be honest, Cal. Love the call. Great questions. Great conversation starters. The fact that you were on your best behavior around Josh is I couldn't factor that in. I'm surprised, and I'm thrilled.
Well, I mean, I respect Josh. Like, I'm just playing.
That makes a lot of sense. He just doesn't respect us, Kevin, and that's fair. I don't really either. So
That's fair. That's fair. All right, thank you, Cal. All right,
Yeah, great to see you, man. Great to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too, Josh. I hope you do well, and you tell. I hope you're doing well, and you tell Mandy Oaks I said hi.
I will for sure.
And her love, of course.
Hell yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, we're getting on out of here. Josh has got to go make some carbonara. We've had a long, full episode, but a lot of fun, buddy. We'll do this again. We got to come up with a little Joshy segment.
For sure. You let me know.
All right.
We're just living up here in the mountain. You're always welcome, as you know, Kenneth.
Gotta get up there.
Great to see everybody. Great to make a new friend in Annie, the scientist. I know. I'm just going to start writing.
Addie? Oh, yeah.
Addie. Sorry. I call her Annie. It's my bad. Lauren Romo, man. And what's our friend's name with the little dogs? God, she was so fun. What was her name?
Mark Ellis?
No, she had the little dogs. She was obsessed with them. She had the 3 little dogs. She was always in the chat for Good People Association. And
oh gosh, wait a few. I mean, Anka shows up here in chat every now and then.
Anka Van Dorn's amazing. No, she had the 3 little dogs. Remember?
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I think I caught COVID and forgot everything. Yeah.
Anybody in the chat remembers something?
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Great to see you guys. I love you, boys. Appreciate you having me. We'll talk soon.
All right, bye. Josh Macuga, everybody. We're going to get on out of here, too. Steve, thanks for hanging with us there. Oh, we were going to do NFL picks. Damn it.
Yeah,
playoff picks.
We were. Yeah.
You want to do that quickly?
Got them right here if you just want to buzz through them real quick.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, playoff. I got to write this down the wrong thing. Playoff picks. What do we got? How many games? 4?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games.
6 games this weekend?
Wild card weekend.
Fucking shit. All right, run it through. Let's do it.
Here we go. Playoffs starting on Saturday. Rams at Panthers. The Panthers, the NFC South champions, are 10.5-point dogs at home.
Wait, sorry. Rams and who?
Rams at Panthers. Panthers are 10.5-point underdogs.
Oh, yeah. No, Rams are going to just destroy them. What the Panthers are 7-9 or whatever? Nah, 8-9? Get out of here. Rams, easily. Easy.
Rams. Game number 2 also on Saturday. Packers at Bears. Packers at Bears. Bears are a 1.5-point underdog at home.
I do like the Pack, but I'm telling you, I just Bears got some magic now. I'm going with Bears. I'm going with Williams and the Bears.
Bears getting a little bit of point love as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Games on Sunday. Bills at Jags. Bills at Jags. The Jags are also a 1.5-point dog at home.
Look, the Bills are a good team. I do like the Bills. It's hard to hate Josh Allen. I try on and off the field. But there's something I feel about in the water about the Jaguars. And the Bills have had some really oopsies this season, including losing to my Dolphins bad. I'm going with the Jaguars in upset.
Taking the Jags. I like that pick a lot. I think this is either going to be a really close game or sneaky, like the Jags might beat them by like 20 points.
Yeah. Okay.
All righty. And the game that has me stressing out for the next 4 days, 49ers at Eagles. Your Super Bowl champions are 4.5-point favorites at home against San Francisco.
Look, I think it would be popular to pick San Francisco. I think it would. I think they're got a little energy to them, but I think it's the playoffs, baby. And I think the Eagles absolutely are going to remember they're the Eagles. Steve, you don't need to be worried. Eagles are going to win.
For the love of God.
Oh, did we lose Steve? In the middle of the picks here?
Favorite head coach, Jim Harbaugh, traveled to the Patriots, where the Patriots are a
Steve, you're dropping in and out. I don't. Nope. Maybe it's me.
I'm here. I see you. You sound fine to me. I'm not hearing any delay or anything.
Yeah, it's your camera was freezing on my end. It's weird. All right. So Patriots Chargers. I hate to say this, but I'm going Patriots.
Patriots. All right.
I hate that they rebuilt so fast.
Yeah, right. Seriously. If you as a Dolphins fan, I get it, but man, if I'm a Bills fan,
yeah,
the Bills fans are the only ones who are having a worse playoff than like that. That's just torture. They have to win. All right, Patriots.
Let's do
Monday night, last game. Texans at Macuga's Steelers. The Steelers are a 3-point dog at home.
Wow. Here's the thing: the Houston Texans can never get to the Super Bowl. Never. Bad looking team, uniform wise. It looks like expansion USFL football. You
it
cannot
looks like
have
creative team logo uniform.
It looks like a creative team. You cannot have them representing a conference in the Super Bowl. And the Steelers for Joshy, we're gonna go Steelers. Big one.
Taking the Steelers. Okay, those are 6 playoff games. Taking the Rams, the Bears, the Jags, the Eagles, the Patriots, and the Steelers. Ken, let's hope the playoffs fare better than the regular season.
I hope so, too. There you go. We did it. We did what we accomplished or set out to accomplish tonight. Thank you all for the Alan Smithy with the super chat there. Thank you for Ken Plume with super chats. And also Jared the Tide Pilot gifted 5 channel memberships. I appreciate that. Keep the show going. We are not here Saturday. I'm traveling. I'm gone. So we'll be back Monday. We'll find 2 more. I'm trying to get 2 contestants for the Guess the Headlines game. Check out the clip. Like the clip of Plume competing against me, the Battle of the Kens. Go to the YouTube channel. Like it so we can get some traction on that. Thank you all for hanging out. See you soon. Bye.